So continuing on from our car insurance, in this lesson we're looking at stamp duty. And this is a tax that you pay when you buy a new or a used car. If we buy a new car, it's calculated in that market price, and it's paid to the Office of State Revenue. So the stamp duty is usually, as it included, but it's based on the market value of the car or the purchase price. So it goes on whichever one is the highest value. So it's calculated based on this table here. So this might not be exactly what it is in today's year, but this is what it has been previously. So up to $45,000, it's $3 for every $100 or part of $100. So even if you get to, say, $30,002, it would go into that $32,100 because it's part of that next 100. And then over $45,000, you pay $1,350 plus $5 for every $100 or part of $100. So it's similar to our tax tables in that instance. So if we look here, Jen purchased a vehicle for $57,450. So as I said here, it's rounded up to that part of 100. So this would end up being $57,500 rounded up. So with our money here, it's always going to round up. So our stamp duty is calculating, well, I'm over that $45,000, so I have to be in this bracket here. So it's $1,350 plus $5 times, now I need every dollar over $45,000, so $57,500 minus 45,000, and it's all over 100 because I want to know, for every $100. So that will do this calculation. So it's 5 times every $100, so to speak. So that would give us $1,975 for stamp duty. Now this table that we're going to complete will show a graph, and I've already graphed it here, so we'll just ignore that for the moment. But if a vehicle is $0, obviously our stamp duty is going to be $0. If our vehicle is $10,000, if we think back to our table, it says it's $3 for every $100. So if I were to take this and say, well, what's 10,000 divided by 100? I will cross up my 2 zeros, so it's 100 times 3. So that would tell me that for $10,000, my stamp duty is $300. So you can see for $20,000, it's $600. For $30,000, it's going to be, take our 2 zeros off and times by 3, so $900. This is going to be $1,200. But now I get to my $45,000. So $45,000 is $1,350 plus $5 for every 100. I'm on exactly $45,000, so that's going to be my $1,350. $50,000 is $1,600, and now I need to calculate what it's going to be for $60,000. So similar to what I did up here, so it's going to be $1,350 plus 5 times 60,000 minus 45,000, all over 100. So that gives us $1,350 plus 5 times 15,000 over 100. And if we work that all out, that comes down to giving us $2,100. So if you were to put that into your calculator, that is what it would give us. I've just run out of space there. What we then need to do is complete this table or this graph from that table of values. So I've put down on my y-axis the stamp duty going up in 300s and the value along the x-axis in thousands. So each time I've just plotted these points. So the first part is a straight line, and then once it hits that 45,000, it starts to curve up that little bit extra. It becomes that little bit steeper. So what we then do is we use the graph to find the nearest $100 the stamp duty on a vehicle that's $30,000. So if we come down here to 30,000, go up until I hit my line and go across. So the stamp duty would be $900, and I could see that from our table above anyway. But this one here says the value of a vehicle if the stamp duty is $1,250. So I've already drawn this in here with this green line. So you can see I've gone up to roughly where 1250 is, draw a line across until I hit my line, and then come down. And this is an estimate, but I would say roughly $42,000. Okay, there would be a leeway in relation to what you've written there depending on your graph as well, so long as your graph is drawn correctly.